Egento kene tata kwa tebia. Njitindi yuji kwa sera muntu. Sore, eti amba tebia bokene, kamara njeto yuwane, njitindi kwa sera muntu.
By now, all the presidential aspirants for 2027 should not ignore the presence of Justice David Kinani Maraga. Justice David Kinani Maraga is the realest politician we've ever had in this country. He has come out and said that whatever I have cannot be able to run an election. So what I need from Kenyans is to kindly contribute for me. Probably with the time, or maybe he has already done it, is to provide a pay bill number where people can comfortably contribute to him. So therefore, he's the realest person. One time he went to Kisii just recently, like 3 or 4 days ago, and he told people in a funeral outrightly that I am not going kusera. Kusera means that you give someone money. When you go for a campaign, you give some people something to remain with it at home, at least buy something. That one is not going to do. Hakuna kupeana pesa mali popote. He told them, if you expect me to come and give you money for you to vote for me, so you don't vote. Which means he has already decided that I'll present myself as an option to Kenyans. And let's make a contribution to see whether Kenyans can be able to listen to me. And then I make a change in this country if they consider me. And if Kenyans decide no, it'll be okay. And if Kenyans decide yes, he has nothing to lose. It's us Kenyans who will cry if we don't consider him. That is Justice David Kinani Maraga, who is now right now a presidential candidate, hopeful for 2027. However, there are so many things that Justice David Kinani Maraga possesses, or he has done in one way or the other, that make him one of the most serious and dangerous candidates for 2027. And that's what I want to take you through here. But before I do so, kindly if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he has decided not to be tribal at all. He does his campaigns like he's not a Kisii. Right now, the conversation in Kisii is like, he has been brought to spoil for Maraga. But according to him, it looks like, don't give me your votes. If you feel I'm not a good leader, musinipe, give who? Matiang'i. Right now, the people in Gusii are considering him like he has probably come to spoil for Matiang'i. But do you know what he thinks of? He's saying that you guys, if you don't want to give me your votes, you stay with them. Give someone else. If it's Matiang'i, give him. But me, I'm going for the presidency. Whether the Gusiis like it or not. That is what Justice David Kinani Maraga is doing. So he doesn't want to associate himself so much with the Kisii, but he just wants to present himself to Kenyans like, I am Justice David Kinani Maraga. This and that is what I stand for. The rule of law to ensure that Kenya is in order. Simple and clear. So not being tribal puts him somewhere. Where? In a position where if the youth look south, north, east, and west, they will land on Justice David Kinani Maraga. And I think he's very honest. One time this gentleman was asked, have you ever taken a bribe? Then he was seated in the parliament where he was being vetted. He took the Bible. Took the Bible and literally said, in the name of the living God, I have never taken a bribe in my entire life. And then he sat down.
Get me that Bible. In the name of God, the creator of the entire universe, I have never taken a bribe, and I will never take a bribe.
That is Justice David Kinani Maraga. He presents honesty to the people of Kenya. So for those who feel like William Ruto is not honest, like me, plus many other people, we can be able to say, this is the option. And the thing is that it looks very clear in mind. When he says that I want to end corruption, and look at Justice David Kinani Maraga from a distance, you can feel like this guy, he really wants to end corruption in this country. And basically, we need to consider him. Whatever he speaks and whatever he does, you can see that these two things are the same. Another thing that Justice David Kinani Maraga has, it's the youthful admiration. Youthful admiration in the sense that when the youth revive their spirit of 25th June 2024 and decided that we want to bestow someone the presidential leadership, then the fact remains they will land on Justice David Kinani Maraga. Why? He qualifies in all platforms, all questions, all tests that the Gen Zs provided. The Gen Z said if they are going to elect a president, he has never served in any cabinet before or with any other president. And who amongst all these leaders who are vying right now, who have never been with any president? William Ruto he's already the president. And he has been with many other presidents before, all of them actually except Kenyatta. When you go to Kalonzo Musyoka, Moi, Kibaki, together. When you go to Gachagua, Uhuru Kenyatta, Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto actually. When you go to people like George Natembeya, he has worked. George Natembeya is also clear. He's also clear. Yeah, George Natembeya is another character. He worked just on his particular docket and he did well. Another person, ladies and gentlemen, that who has been in this particular docket is Eugene Omalo, Martha Karua. All of these people have been working before. But when it comes to Justice David Kennedy Maraga, it's also clear. So it fits to be the candidate that the Gen Z can prefer. Also, he has been saying that probably the youth went for him and told him, hey, Mzee, we need you at the presidency. Why? Because of your character here and there. So he's also saying that he came out as a result of the request from the youth of this country. So probably if that is happening, then it's a clear indication, ladies and gentlemen, that Justice David Kennedy Maraga can be able to get some probably consideration by the people of Kenya. However, this gentleman is facing some dangers. Number one, he's not considered by people. Like he's ignored. Literally, Kenyans have ignored Maraga. Like he's not there. Like he has not declared with a lot of seriousness he wants to be the president. Kenyans have literally ignored him. They have ignored him. So that ignorance is not good for a presidential candidate because perception and the spirit of existence is very important. People in Turkana need to feel you like, oh God, we have Maraga here. People in Facebook alone, people who've gone to school, people in towns alone cannot be able to tell Maraga is a good leader. So in a nutshell, people have literally ignored him. I did a poll recently here, an online poll, and actually scored 2%, while Kalonzo was at 60, Matiang'i 30 something. So you can see there's a problem there. So Maraga is literally ignored. Number two, for Maraga to win an election come 2027, he must revive the spirit of the Gen Zs they had back in 2024 June, where they said this and that is what we want. Every conversation was about issues, proper governance. People must go home. No corruption in this country. If the Gen Zs start thinking of that, the person to fit in that particular position, it is none other than Justice David Kennedy Maraga. That is the only way for Maraga to survive. So that is, let me say, that is also a stumbling block on his side. Because it's like now people might probably ignore him completely if that one does not come up. At least because the youth can make him popular. They can make him actually to be known across the country. They can protect his votes. They can vote for him in numbers because they're the majority right now, so to speak. So the youth can be able to consider him and make him president. But now, if they don't, no one else will remember him. Just a few people from where he comes from, the village in Mugirango. Or maybe just suffers like that. So Justice David Kennedy Maraga, if he gets the support of the youth, let's wait a serious competition come 2027. And the thing is age. Justice Maraga probably, I feel strongly that his age does not allow him probably to progress on various platforms. He cannot be able to move across the country a lot. He cannot. He cannot be able to move from one place to another and be able to do campaigns successfully because of his age and energy. And so he feels like Kenyans should know him and look for him and vote for him. Surely that can't work. That's not Kenya. Also, I feel that Justice David Kennedy Maraga is also lacking what you call finance. Fine, it depends on Kenyans to contribute for him. But do you know that Kenyans might also not contribute for him enough? Yes. And the Kenyan presidential campaign, oh God, is very expensive. Which means Justice David Kennedy Maraga, in case people consider money, is lost completely. And it'll be like Abdu Badida, Wajakoya, plus many other leaders who probably vied for president like Maora, who never got anything and they don't care. That is basically what is happening right now in the Kenyan terrain. Another challenge right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is that Maraga comes from Nyamira, where, of course, Matiang'i comes from. So there's an expectation that people will vote for Matiang'i and ignore him. Also, not getting a home backing, it's also dangerous in that people might feel, if wao wamemkataa, who are these going to vote for him? So if that slogan or maybe that kind of an idea comes to people, there's a likelihood that Justice David Kennedy Maraga might not get it right. I don't know what's your take, but in the comment section, tell me, should we ignore Maraga or not? Thank you so much. My name is Abel Mukwa. Thank you so much for following Mukwa Times.